So, jumping through different time periods, and I'm gonna go ahead and go over these Nevada records. I turn off my air conditioner. It was just in the low 60s, and now jump back up. Might as well turn on the fan. You can tell I don't use this that often, or I don't pull the strings that often to even mess with it. Goodbye, Mr. Bag. Another example of just a small example. They got my last name right here, but then they put Hawkins instead of Hankins. So I had to leave SIU and Illinois in general. And my older sister was nice enough to take me into Ohio in late 2010, early 2011. And in early 2011, after I got my tax return, and in combination with the money I still had left over with my student loan expense money from SIU, I journeyed off to good old Nevada, Las Vegas, and ended up 2.5 months out there, and my near faintness and anxiety decreased a lot when I went out there, because it put me in such a positive mood, because I was really into playing poker. Since in the past, the very first night, I left a $18 an hour job to play poker. I turned a $50 stack playing 1-2 no limit into, never had to rebuy, and I turned it into 1,050 in like a 13-hour time span, spreading out my play, obviously having to take breaks. So when I went out to Las Vegas, I was hoping to have multiple experiences like that and start making a living playing poker, which I did. Try not to talk about it too much, but focus on these records. My first night I was in Vegas, I went to the Venetian, and they had a minimum $100 buy-in, but for 1-2 and 1-2 no limit, and I turned $100 into 680 or 780, because $680 profit, and just it was somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, but so it was like another ridiculously easy night. Just playing like really patient ABC poker. It's probably tighter than ABC poker. I just waited for people to go crazy when I picked up good hands. So I went to this was the Southern Nevada Adult Mental Health Center. This place was like crazy, because in the fact that visits were like 2 weeks out, and if you were like even like 2 minutes late for your appointment, they would bump you back out another 2-week wait. They were like so strict out there. Anyone watching this is lucky I'm not reading word for word all my records, or else I'd end up getting irritated over the facts where they would leave stuff out. Oh. So tons of good handful of records from there, and then still records from there. We're looking at didn't look at the dates from the other ones, but roughly, as you can see, late March of 2011. And I was saying in the previous video, before I went to Las Vegas, in my Burger medical records, I have plenty of ER visits and doctor. Wow, tiny spider just landed on my camera. Nice. There was a spider in my hair. It was like really tiny. That happened not too long ago at my mom's house, which makes more sense since she lives practically out in the boonies. Oh. Alright, here's some more Nevada ones. In the same place. Just trying to look for still got the same date. I hate how the iPhone's weird. I want to see something. There we go. I was gonna say, when you're recording, you can. I double tapped the screen the other day after getting the new update, and I noticed, I know it's not popping up on the video now, but when you double tap, it zooms in your viewing screen, and it doesn't show you everything that you're actually recording. But if you double tap it, it goes to a thinner widescreen and shows you what is initially going to show up when you view it on the computer later. So I went ahead and just did that. Alright, just gonna, and this, gives me a better idea of what I'm getting a view of the camera. So I don't just have like a huge zoom up with pieces of paper. Looks like my first admission date was on March 17th, and then this was all the way later on the 31st, so I was talking about having to wait so long. I hate the freaking health system out here. If someone has anxiety problems, you think someone that goes to school and knows about how bad anxiety is and has dealt with so many patients, you think that they want to build up their business to help people as quickly as possible. Who wants to? Obviously, in my case, here I am 2.5 years later, still having major issues. Yesterday, surprisingly, I had next to no anxiety, but that was a very rare occasion. Having some now, but also should be eating more. Ooh. These fig bars can be kind of smothering if you try to eat too much at once. see what this other stack is. This one might be more, yeah, this be the last one I get to. Last one, but still from 5 months ago, 4.5 months ago. No idea what order this is in. Reason all that stuff is out of order right now is because I just kind of like had so many papers to go through, and I was talking to a receptionist in my lawyer's office, and had to get up to date with her which records they had and which ones which hospital records I had myself that I was aware of that they might not have. And then on certain doctor visits, I had to grab certain records, especially like my old cardiology records. So this jumps back to middle to late 2010 out in Carbondale, Illinois. This without even looking at it, I'm just going to guess it's a ER visit. And then this jumps right back to my very first visit, May 21st. Maybe I really got these out of order. And then here shows that I was there another 24 hours later, still in the hospital. Yeah, wow, I did get this stuff out of order. This piece of paper is almost, you can almost throw it out, but I tried to get a visit with OSU Neurology, and I missed one visit, and then second visit they gave me they originally gave me directions to one of their locations, and then they later mailed me directions to another location. I was stupid and forgot, and so missed that appointment, so I was never actually seen by them. And they have like ridiculously long wait list. It's like 3 months just to see somebody. And then I remember I went to Adina Neurology. That's what that pile is later on, and saw them within a week and a half. And Adina's decent, nice facility on Chillicothe. All right. Now this jumps to late 2011 for the free clinic of Pickaway County here in Circleville, Ohio. I had basically with this doctor, he, since it was a free clinic, is the way things ran, the doctor would come in, try to talk about your problems, within 5 to 10 minutes, and then go on to the next patient, since they only had like 15 slots for patients within 2 hours. And so he never really had he just wasn't like the proper doctor to help me out. But basically with him, without even like referring me to go have like test done, he just talking to me, he like even showing him which are probably, it's probably buried in this pile, my well, some of them were from the first video. I was gonna say my Prairie View cardiology records that where I had a cardiologist and electrophysiologist diagnosed me with vasovagal syncope. He did not believe that I had vasovagal, so and he refused to believe that and just thought that I had either at the time general anxiety, then later on I was told I had chronic anxiety, but I'll talk about that next.